Hello, and welcome to the Algorand Proof of Stake Show, a show by algo devs for algo devs. Here we explore the current state of the Algorand ecosystem by focusing in on interesting projects building out our decentralized future. I'm your host, Ryan Fox, developer advocate at Algorand. Today my guests are both from EXA Marketplace, Ted Nivan, Chief Executive Officer, and Marc Ploux, Chief Technical Officer. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
All right. EXA bills itself as the most innovative NFT marketplace where you can easily buy, sell, and discover NFTs on the Algorand ecosystem. Ted and Marc-André, welcome to the Algorand Proof of Stake Show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
All right, guys. Hey, well, let's do some introductions. Ted, you got some nice algo swag there. We were both together in Dubai just this past week. You're an algo dev OG. I mean, we first met back in 2020 when you were a member of the first Encode Accelerator cohort back there. So tell us a little bit more about your background and kind of how your development has evolved over these past years.
Yeah, absolutely. So regarding myself, I have an electrical and software engineering background. And I got into a smart contract development back in 2019. I started on Ethereum. And after that, I've tried a couple of blockchains like Tezos, Hedera Hashgraph, because I wanted to understand what was the advantages and differences between these different ecosystems. And then I came across Algorand. I came across Algorand a bit by luck because I bought some algo on one exchange and I decided to transfer this algo to another wallet. And I saw that it was taking like a few seconds. So I was like, how is it possible? So to me, it was either centralized or this was something special. So it turned out that it was something special. And I came across the pure proof of stake consensus algorithms by Silvio Micali. And that was the beginning of my journey within the Algorand ecosystem.
That's great. And I know that early on you had developed a C++ SDK and have really kind of evolved your development over these past couple of years. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to be the founder for a number of different projects here in the Algorand ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. I've started working on the IoT space, I would say, because I wanted to bring to enable devices to communicate on a blockchain. But the thing is that blockchain like Ethereum was really expensive in terms of gas fee. It was really slow, so not really suitable for IoT application. But Algorand was the one because of instant finality, low transaction fee, and it was just taking about 5 seconds to transfer some data. So I decided to develop a SDK to enable any type of devices to communicate with the Algorand blockchain. So this project was called Algorand. And I received a grant from the Algorand Foundation to continue on it. And I got onboarded within the Algorand Encode Accelerator. And actually, Marc-André, he joined me on a project. He joined me on the development side of things of Algorand, which became Vertices Network after that. So
Right.
that was, our first connection within the blockchain ecosystem.
Nice. Well, Marc-André, let's bring you into this conversation as well. Welcome. And tell us a little bit about your background. Where did you come from? Obviously, we heard kind of the transition and how you came together with Ted, but tell us about the times before.
Yes, absolutely. So actually, I'm a carpenter at the base, and but I always had this technical background as a software engineer that I liked. So I pursued this direction, and then I met Ted the first time during an internship at a company about 5 years ago, and then I became a freelance and Ted needed some help for vertices, and so from this point, I joined him, and now we're building EXA together with a lot more people.
Well, great. Well, that's what we're here to talk about today is EXA Marketplace. And I know that even EXA in itself has kind of been an evolution over time. So Ted, maybe walk us through what is EXA all about?
Yeah, regarding EXA, we started, I would say, 1 year and a half ago. This came from an opportunity from the Draper University and Algorand Accelerator. So, I was working on a IoT blockchain solution on Algorand, but the thing is that, to be honest with you, it is difficult to have a great business model. So I was like, okay, I got this idea. I know how to develop smart contract on Algorand, but we need to have a killer application. So I saw that the NFT space was booming, and on Algorand, there were like no great solutions for NFT Marketplace to exchange NFTs. Right now, there are a lot more than before. So I say, okay, why not trying to develop something special? Because we didn't just want to create another marketplace. We wanted to create something that brings a lot of value to users, really focusing on quality. So we applied for this accelerator. We got selected, and a few months later, we managed to raise $2 million in a seed round led by Borderless Capital, with a participation from Lemniscap, Algorand Foundation as well. So this was the beginning of the journey, and this funding allowed us to grow the team. So right now we are a team of 7 people working on the product day after day. And initially we were branded as EXA Finance because we were called a multi-asset exchange for fungible and non-fungible tokens, with the bundle aspects that we are going to go through in a couple of minutes. And the idea was great initially, but the thing is that it is not great for marketing, because when you tell somebody to come on EXA Finance to do exchanges, yes, you can bundle fungible tokens and NFTs, but what is EXA Finance at the end of the day? So we decided to shift to an advanced NFT marketplace. So right now we are EXA Markets. We launched about a month ago.
Right.
And I think that the community is going to be surprised with all the features that we brought together and what we are preparing in the next couple of months.
Well, that sounds good. Marc-André, did you guys come together to show the devs a little bit about the design and the implementation that you've come and delivered here for the EXA Marketplace?
Yes. Well, we can show the one of the diagrams that we have maybe about the architecture.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let's do that. I'll jump off and I'll just turn it over to you guys for some demos. We'll talk dev shop here, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we got it.
Okay, perfect. So EXA Market is a quality-focused NFT marketplace. And before diving into the tech, I want to dive into the mindset, the mindset that we had, before creating the marketplace. And what we really wanted to focus on was on these 5 core values. The first one is security. We really want our users to feel secure when they purchase NFTs. So we really work hard on the smart contracts that are developed directly in Till, and we got audited by one-time verification. So currently we are the only NFT marketplace that is audited. And what is really important is that before building EXA Markets, we are NFT collectors. And we know that on the NFT space, there are a lot of scams, a lot of people that are losing money because they are not well educated. So we really wanted to make it simpler, but also secure for users to trade NFTs. After that, we really wanted to have a platform that is accessible. And what I mean by that is that when you want to purchase an NFT, you will have to go through a lot of steps because you have to set up a wallet to save the mnemonic in a safe place. So within EXA Market, you can simply have a wallet with an email address. And we did this with a collaboration with Magic. So right now, pretty much anybody can have a wallet set up in a couple of seconds, and you can easily onboard your family, your parents, even your mom, your dad can purchase an NFT within an EXA Market. After that, we are curated. So what I mean by that is that we have a verification process for the NFTs within the platform, and by design, by default, all the NFTs that are displayed are verified assets. So this was really important to prevent people from buying fake NFTs. Next, we have a really big focus on social aspects. Within the marketplace, users can chat with each other. They can directly negotiate the prices, and they can follow users. And this was really important because when you have an NFT, most of the time you try to find the owners of the NFTs on Twitter, on Discord, and it is really cumbersome. But within EXA Market, you can directly chat with users, which is really important. And the last aspect is that when we are building a product, we will want the product to have a big impact. So what is really important is that our solutions is really sustainable, and it is directly via the Algorand blockchain, which is carbon negative. And this was really a really big aspect for us when we started working on the project. So right now, it is the time for a demonstration of the NFT Marketplace. So here, this is EXA Market. Regarding EXA Markets, we will add a look at what is already working on other ecosystems like Ethereum with OpenSea, LuxRare, Rarible, and so on. And we took what we thought are the best parts of these big marketplaces to create EXA Markets. And we added a lot of innovative features because it has to have as well our personality. So here you can see the landing page with the collection rankings. And right now I'm just going to connect with my wallet. I'm going to choose my algo. I'm going to verify my wallet by signing this transaction. And right now I am logged in. So here, this is my user profile. I can see my funds, my fungible tokens. And what's really cool is that within EXA Markets, you can directly add funds. You can purchase Algo, USDC, USDT really easily with bank transfer, Visa, Apple Pay, Google Pay, all within the marketplace. So this was really important for us that the users do not have to quit EXA Market to go on exchanges to purchase and move back and forth. So within EXA Market, we really simplify the user flow. If you want to see your NFTs, you can go on your profile, see your NFTs. You can filter by collection as well. You can see your active listing, your favorite NFTs, and as well within EXA Market, you can make offers. And right now, I'm just going to go on the marketplace when you can see all the listings. So what's really cool is that EXA Market allows users to create bundles of assets. So for example, one user created this basket of 4 Algorands that I could purchase. And here we have a complete checkout system. And what's really cool is that when you list an NFT, you can list for different type of currencies. So here we have algo listings, but you could list for USDC. You could list for USDT as well, for multiple means of payments. And regarding the assets, you could as well list bundles of fungible tokens, which is really innovative. within EXA Market, you can as well create bundles of NFTs, but fungible tokens as well. And regarding the NFT Marketplace, so for example, if I see this little guy that is on sale for 1,000 algo, and for example, this price is too expensive for me. So here I could make offer in different types of currencies, but I can as well chat with these users. So for example, if I click on the users, on the owner, I can click on chat and start discussing. Say, hey, I like this listing, but can you do 500? You can send this message and this guy, and we will start negotiating the prices. I can as well follow this user. So now if I go on my profile, I can see my followers. I can see my activity, the different actions that I've done before. And here there is as well one cool features. So for example, if you do one listing on EXA, here I'm just going to list a bunch of assets. Let's say I list these guys. I can specify, let's say 400 USDT. If I tick open for negotiation, what will happen is that I will notify the buyers that I'm willing to negotiate the prices. And if you go on the marketplace, you can tick open for negotiation. You see all the listings that are open for negotiation. And if you click on it, you will see this handshake that will notify you that the seller is open for negotiation, which really facilitates the selling procedure. If you are an artist, you can set your profiles, your information, your social information, but you can definitely define your royalties. So here, within EXA Markets, you can set up to 15% royalties that will be applied within your creator account. So all the NFTs created with this wallet will have a 15% royalty applied to it. And what's really cool is that you can even earn royalties with USDC, USDT, Galgo. And if you need more information, you can check within the app centers the model for the royalties, the formula that is applied, because even with bundles of assets, you can earn royalties, and the royalties will be split within all the different creators. What else? Regarding EXA Markets, you can as well search for collections. So here, I'm going to go to the Algorand, so I can see the listing. I can easily filters by traits and so on. I can see all the information. We support auctions as well within the marketplace. So here you can specify, you can create an auction, specify a start time, an end time, and so on. And what I really want to emphasize as well is that we have a customer support service that allows users to easily get help from our team. So this is it regarding EXA Markets. We have much more features that is going to come in the coming weeks. And right now, if I go back to the presentation, okay, what I want to highlight right now is the smart contract architecture. So this diagram is pretty straightforward. We have the EXA Market protocol is made of four main smart contracts. The basket smart contract that handle the listings. So whenever you list an asset on EXA, it will deploy a stateful smart contract on the blockchain, and the assets will be transferred to the escrow of this stateful smart contract. So the escrow is the hash of the application ID. And every single listing within the marketplace is a stateful smart contract, which is isolated. So this was really important for for security to have each listing a single smart contract. And here we have a smart contract as well when the user make an offer. When you create offers within an asset, it will create a smart contract as well. Here we have our smart contract for the royalties, to manage the royalties of the creators, and a smart contract for the platform fee of EXA Market. So this is the user flow. So here the users will deploy a smart contract, send the asset to it. And when this basket is sold, a percentage of the fees will go to the fee account, and the buyer will receive the assets of the listing. So this is a really high-level view of how it works. It is really important to mention that we do not have control of the smart contract deployed. Only the seller of the listing can decide to cancel the listing or not, but EXA Market do not have control. It is really decentralized. And this is a really important aspect for us as well. So right now, I'm going to go to the next schematic, and Marc will take over the discussion.
Yes. Thank you, Ted, for all the previous information. So one tricky thing about developing on the blockchain on Algorand, well, Algorand is a very fast blockchain, but if we want to have real-time sorting, filtering, and be able to do more advanced queries, we cannot really ask the blockchain directly. We can do it, of course, but it creates more requests, and it's slower. So we had to think of a way to be able to query a database directly in SQL, for instance. And so for that, what we're doing is that we have the front end on the bottom right. So it's EXA.market. So the user, when he does a purchase, for example, he's going to send an app call to the smart contracts, which is then going to do the transaction on the blockchain. And then we have a syncer that listens to every new block on the blockchains, gets all the transaction of each block, and then filters the transaction that are from our website, and then sends them to the database, enters them to the database, and then it's queryable via SQL queries. So it's fast, and we can do a lot of sorting. And the thing is that the syncer is real time. So for every new block, like 30 milliseconds later, it's in the database, so we can query it. And so this architecture makes it possible to have a Web3 application to run like a Web2 application, basically. So that's the main focus, and that's the goal behind everything. So if you have any question about it, feel free to ask just after. I think we have a Twitter space. So yes.
Yeah, great, guys. Well, very informative here in telling us, introducing us to what is the EXA Marketplace. Really innovative as you guys bill yourself as. I mean, this feels much more social than other NFT marketplaces that I have seen deployed. So you guys have entered into a marketplace here, or into the Algorand ecosystem, where there are other existing markets out there, and you guys are definitely adding in something new. It's very interesting the way that you have so many different components, so many different choices for the end user to use, to list and to sell, to bid on, to request. Just it seems so much more. How much of this is built into, or I should say, is decentralized? Are these smart contracts versus what is just a traditional database layer as well?
So I don't think I understood correctly the question,
okay,
but
so I guess the question has to do with all of those listings are smart contracts. All of the auctions, everything there is smart contracts. I guess so. So is this
yes.
really a completely decentralized application?
Yes,
Yes,
completely. Yes.
yes,
So
absolutely. Yeah,
yes,
go ahead, Mark.
yes, the user on the application always discusses with smart contracts, and then these are on the blockchain. All we do is that we take the transactions to sync them in our database so that we can query with more filters to our front end. But everything is decentralized. Everything is on the blockchain. Every transaction can be searched, and you can find your funds, your NFTs, everything, and you can also see when you create a listing, you can see the smart contract. Actually, in the URL you have the app ID of your smart contract that you can go query on Algo Explorer if you want.
Okay, very good. Yeah, because each of these listings is a brand new deployment of a smart contract, so I will
Yes.
get to see that. Okay.
Yes.
Exactly.
Let's see here. When you are creating these listings and the way that the end users are interfacing with it through their wallet, I guess, right? Like, which are all of the wallets supported, or you demoed MyAlgo? Can you interface with other wallets as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We can interface with Exodus, Pira Wallet as well, and we are going to add much more, like DeFi wallets and so on. And this wallet, actually, with the email address, is a magic link wallet. So, for
Okay.
example, if I put in my email address here, I will receive a code within my mailbox.
Hmm.
And when I put the code, I will have a wallet set up with this email address. I will not open up my mailbox right now because for some confidentiality.
Sure.
But yeah, this is how it works. So this is the easy way to get in. And actually, it is going to get much more simpler because we are going to enable Google Auth Twitter logging. So with one click, you are going to get all set.
Oh, nice. It's Twitter integration as well. Cool. Hey, Mark, behind the scenes, what version of Teal are your smart contracts written in?
We're using version 5.
Okay,
Well,
so
actually, some smart contracts are version 6, I think. So it depends because we started the development about 8 months ago, and since then there has been a lot more teal versions. So it kind of evolved with time also.
okay. Well, what's on the roadmap? What's next for the EXA Marketplace?
Sure. So, yeah, I wanted to touch base on the team because this is really important, but we are going to get back on this slide. So, what's next for EXA Markets? Whoa. So, one really interesting thing that came out from a Decipher last week was the introduction of Tilish by Tinyman. And yeah, this is mind blowing. This is mind blowing because as a Till developer, it is really great to have proximity with the AVM. So pretty much we are coding in assembly, which is cool, but it requires a lot of focus, a lot of brain power, and it is not open for everybody. There are like some alternative like Rich, like PyTil to codes, but within EXA markets, we really prefer to code in Till, and we really wanted to have a better solution. So Tilish is pretty much Till, but written in a readable way. So when
Great.
we code in Till, we code vertically. So it is instructions, opcode by opcode. But with Tealish, we code horizontally from left to right, like when we are coding in Python or C and so on. So Tealish makes it really easy to still code in Teal, but in a readable way. And what's really cool about Tealish is that Tinyman v2 is coded in Tealish, and they got directly audited. I'm not sure if it is by one-time verification, but the auditor audited the contract directly in Tealish, and it was much more simpler. So there are like great advantages because when you code in Tealish, you compile in Teal, and I believe that the Tinyman smart contract was about 1,000 lines of code in Tealish, and it compiled in about 3,000 in Teal. And so this is really time. You can gain a lot of time writing in Tealish, and especially it reduces the cost of auditing because it takes much less time to audit.
Well, I'm glad to see that you guys are interested in that. I know Fergal made this announcement of Tealish at Decipher just last week. I think we better have them here on the Algorand Proof of Stake show upcoming. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, good. So then you guys are going to use Tealish to have the EXA Market version 2. What are you guys going to add?
So regarding the version 2, we are going to add much more features. I don't want to elaborate too much because I know that some of our competitors are watching. So we are going to rewrite the current protocol in Tealish, but as well upgrade the protocol to make it pretty much more friendly to buy NFTs because we simplified a lot the process, but if we compare to Ethereum, there are still some gap to fill in. So we are going to fill this gap with EXA Market Protocol v2.
Yes, and actually the smart contract that we are using today was made about 8 months ago. So it was still in a pretty old Teal version, and we want to empower the new features of the new Teal versions to make a better experience with the protocol v2.
All right, sounds good. Well, Marc-André and Ted, it was great to have you both here today, introducing us to the EXA Marketplace. Where do we connect with each of you, and importantly, where do we connect with EXA?
Yes, so pretty much you can follow everything about EXA at EXA_markets via our Twitter account. And I just want to leave a last note regarding the EXA team because right now I'm with Marc. We are discussing developments, but we will not be here without all of these guys. So here I just want to quickly shout out Ella, our community manager, Pascal, our lead smart contract developer, Erika, our office manager, Quentin, our COO, Chief Operating Officer, Mark, which is here, our CTO, Bruno, our full stack developer, JK, which is one of our moderator within Discord, and this little guy who is our mascot within the EXA Market, which represents the whole community. So these guys are, I'm really grateful to have all of these guys within EXA Markets, and we are going to bring a lot of great features for the Algorand community because we are really focused on the project. So you should definitely keep an eye on EXA Markets and try out the application at EXA.market.
All right. Well, thank you guys both very much for joining me here today on the Algorand Proof of Stake show. It was really quite interesting to learn about all of the features that you have built into the EXA Marketplace and about the design as well. So to you both, thanks very much. And to everybody else here, have fun building on Algorand.